So I just finished watching your proof of the existence of God, and I have to ask, who exactly was the target audience for that? Was it the atheist? Was it those who already have a strong faith in the divine? Or was it perhaps geared towards those who may be wavering in their faith and to help steady them out on the side of Christianity? I don't mean this at all to be an attack on your belief. You've been nothing but respectful in the brief interactions that we've had. And I want to preface this by saying that I intend to return the favor. None of this is meant to attack your belief or the belief of any of your followers on YouTube. You did, however, invite me to make a video response to anything that you do, and I'd like to take the opportunity to talk about your logic here. I was right with you until step 8 of your proof. When I saw this video, I was expecting that you were going to maybe use Anselm or perhaps Gödel to prove the existence of God. But you used a chain of thinking that I've seen a lot of believers use before, and I don't think quite stands up to snuff. There are definitely some logical fallacies that you use here. First, you make a huge leap of logic getting from step 7 to step 8. I pushed all the right buttons to get me there, too. I'll admit I was tempted to see what would happen if I claimed I didn't believe in the laws of math or science, but in the interest of seeing what you had to say, I agreed in the laws of, if I remember correctly, they were math, science, nature, and absolute morality. Although absolute morality I can 100% agree with. There are plenty of thinking exercises out there that show that absolute morality is difficult, if not impossible, to define. I'm sure you've heard them all before. They usually involve a train, a switching station, a child, and a bunch of other people whose impending death is dependent on your decisions. Anyway, back to getting from step 7 to 8. You made a huge logical leap that even I couldn't follow, and I was adamant about following your proof every step of the way. Even at the height of my belief, and I was a believer, I couldn't have cleared that jump. It would have been helpful if you'd had some stepping stones to get the follower from one bank to the other. I don't know what they would have been. The feeling I couldn't help but get is that your proof of the existence of God presupposes the belief in the existence of God. And this doesn't quite follow. I know that we're talking about logic here, not science, but say I was a doctor and I had what I thought to be the cure for cancer. This would be like me going into clinical trials without first testing to see if any of my patients had cancer to begin with. Once they're done taking my treatment and they're cancer free, I cannot say that my cure worked unless I knew they had cancer in the first place. On a side note, I don't understand how you got to the necessity for this God to be the God of Christianity. If you're going to say that you need a God to create the laws of math, science, nature, and morality, why does it have to be the Christian God? Why couldn't it be Allah, or the Jewish God, or the God of one of the Eastern religions? Why couldn't it have been the Great Spirit of one of the Native American tribes? Like I said, I don't know what your target audience is here. To be honest, I don't even know the overall demographic of your followers here on YouTube. But if you're going for those who already have a strong faith, this was a great set of videos. If you're going for those who are wavering, I don't know if you're going to help them bring them back to the faith or help them join me in my disbelief. If you're trying to convert, or in my case, reconvert me to a belief in the divine, you're going to have to go with something a lot better. You can't use "the Bible says" to someone who has no faith.